shape is drawn to scale. So you can see this is a rectangle. This is our rectangle. How do we know if it is a rectangle? A rectangle has four sides and it is quadrilateral. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has four sides. And then the properties of a rectangle, opposite opposite sides are equal in length, which means that they are parallel. So the opposite sides are equal in length and parallel to one another, equal in length and parallel to one another. So, okay, give the most specific name of the shape. So the one just to give the specific name of the shape. This is our quadrilateral because it has four sides that add up to 90 degrees. 90 degrees. And those four sides are rectangle, which are 90 degrees. So solution will be, we start by counting the number of sides. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have four sides. There are four sides in the figure, and so it is either just a quadrilateral or one of the specific type of a quadrilateral. It's either quadrilateral or one of the specific type of quadrilateral. So quadrilateral shape have to have four sides. Next, we ask ourselves if there are any parallel lines in the figure. Okay, so we can see that this rectangle is drawn through the scale, which means that the opposite sides are equal in length and parallel to one another. You can look at the figure to see if any of the lines look parallel, or make a quick sketch of the image and see if any pairs of opposite lines meet at a point. So the answer is the opposite sides are equal in length and parallel to one another. Just for guessing, but we're not given. But you have to know that rectangle, properties of rectangle, opposite sides equal in length and also parallel to one another. And then a quadrilateral with four rectangle angles is 90 degrees. So here we have 90 degrees in those four sides. This is what I was talking about. Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. This means that the figure can only be one of the following: parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, or a square. So in a rectangle, in a rhombus, or in a square, opposite sides are equal in length and also parallel to one another. Next, we ask ourselves if all the interior angles are 90 degrees. Oh, the interior angle of a rectangle, is it a 90 degrees? All the interior angles are 90 degrees. And so this must be a square or a rectangle. It's either a square or a rectangle. Finally, we check to see if all the sides are equal in length. In this figure, the sides are not equal in length. And so it is a rectangle. This is what I was saying. This is what I was telling you. The shape is also a parallelogram and a quadrilateral. This question, however, is the most specific name of the shape. So it's either a parallelogram or a quadrilateral and a quadrilateral. This is a parallelogram and a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means four sides, and parallelogram means we have parallel lines that are equal in length and opposite to one another. Okay, so now we're moving on to the two question, to the two whatever. So two, the following shape is drawn to scale. What is this shape? I can guess this is a rhombus. How? Okay. Give the most specific name of the shape. I will say this is a rhombus. But this shape, those two sides may be parallel to one another. And these two sides may be parallel to one another because they might be equal in length. Or, okay, let's go to our solution. We start by counting the number of sides. We have four sides. It means that this is a quadrilateral shape. There are four sides in the figure, and so it is either just a quadrilateral or one of the specific types of quadrilateral. Next, we ask ourselves if there are any parallel lines in the figure. You can look at the figure to see if any of the lines look parallel, or make a quick sketch of the image and see if any pairs of the opposite lines meet at a point. So both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Both are parallel. They're both equal in length, and both equal in length and also parallel to one another. Um, okay. Both of the opposite sides are parallel. This means that the figure can only be one of the following: parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, or a square. But it is not a rectangle because we have four opposite sides which are equal and parallel to one another. Next, we ask ourselves if all the interior angles are 90 degrees. All the interior angles are not 90 degrees. They are not 90 degrees because if we just decided to draw our diagonal lines like this, we'll not have a rectangle. No, we are not going to have a rectangle, which in case is true. And so this must be a parallelogram or a rhombus. Finally, we check to see if all the sides are equal in length. In this figure, the sides are equal in length, and so it is a rhombus. Therefore, this is a rhombus. The shape is also parallelogram and quadrilateral. This question, however, asked for the specific name for the of this shape. So this is shape is either a parallelogram or a quadrilateral. So based on the shape that you see list on all the names of the shape. Oh, this one, I don't know this shape. But you can say that the opposite sides are not equal in length. The opposite sides are not equal in length. But this can be a quadrilateral because we have four sides. Okay. Based on the shape that you see, list all the names of the shape. Figure is drawn to scale. Solution. Both pairs of opposite sides are not parallel. Yeah, they're not parallel because opposite sides are not equal in length. This means that the figure can only be some combination of the following: trapezium, kite, or quadrilateral. It's either trapezium, kite, or quadrilateral. The shape is definitely a quadrilateral because it has four sides. It doesn't have any special properties. It does not have parallel sides or rectangles or sides which are equal in length. Therefore, this is only a quadrilateral. It is only a quadrilateral. It is not a parallelogram. Yeah, it is not a parallelogram. Based on the shape that you see, list all the names of the shape. You can say this is a kite because we have two pairs of adjacent sides that are equal in length, which are equal in length. So I can make sure this is a kite, and also it is a quadrilateral because we have one, two, three, four. We have four sides, but we are not sure if this shape is parallel, but we can be sure. Okay, this is a kite. I can be sure because this sides and this sides have to be equal, and this sides have and this side have to be equal. I can be sure this is a kite. But what if this opposite sides are not equal in length and this opposite side are not equal in length? So we are going to the solution and find which shapes is this. We have to list all the shape. So I'm sure this is a quadrilateral because it had four sides, but I'm not sure if it is a parallelogram. Let's go to the solution. So the solution, both pairs of opposite sides are not parallel. So the both pairs of opposite sides are not parallel, which in case is true because the opposite sides are not equal in length, which means that they cannot be a parallel. This means that the figure can only be some combination of the following: trapezium, quad, or quadrilateral because of four sides. The shape is definitely a quadrilateral because it has four sides. It is also a quad because it has two pairs of adjacent sides which are the same length. So it has two pairs of adjacent sides which are the same in length. It cannot be a square or rectangle because it does not have a right angles. It is not. It cannot be a parallelogram or a trapezium because it does not have any parallel sides. It cannot be a trapezium, and it is not a rhombus because the four sides are not all the same. Are not the same length, so it cannot be a parallelogram or a trapezium, rhombus, yeah, it cannot be that. So which means that rhombus, trapezium, rhombus are all parallelogram. So square and rectangle have the right angles. Square and the rectangle have the right angle and a parallel. And the parallelogram or trapezium because it does not have parallel side, and it is not a rhombus because the four sides are not all the same in length. Okay, we're moving on to 5. So based on the shape that you see, list all the names of the shape. The figure is drawn to scale. So I can say this is a square. um so I can say this is a square. We know that in a square we have four sides. It means that this square is a quadrilateral. And in a square, we have both sides are equal in length. Both sides are equal in length. It means that this is a parallelogram. Solution: both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. That means the shape can belong to one of or more of this group: square, rhombus, rectangle, or a parallelogram. The given shape is a square. However, it is not. It is also a rectangle. A square also have a parallelogram because it has parallel sides, and it is a rhombus as well. It has just happened to have right angles. A square is also a kite, trapezium, and of course a quadrilateral. So a square is also a kite, a trapezium, and of course a quadrilateral. Therefore, the correct answer is square, rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram, kite, trapezium, and quadrilateral. So you can say that a kite has two pairs of adjacent sides that are equal in length. So this one has two pairs of adjacent sides that are equal in length. And then rhombus have both sides are equal in length, both opposite sides are equal in length, both four sides are equal in length and also parallel to one another. As you can see, all right.